You are.
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss.
Oh, hey!
Oh, yeah!
Good morning and welcome to episode 1317 of Hard Factor. It is Tuesday, October 17th, 2023. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80-ish% accuracy guaranteed right here on this podcast. Please follow, like, and set to auto download if you don't mind, or subscribe at youtube.com/hardfactornews. Today, we're talking about Ronaldo, shitty bomb threats on planes, huge pumpkins, butt plugs, speeding tickets, oysters, and much, much more. We got Pat, Mark, and myself, Will. How you fellas doing?
Doing all right. We're late because I slowed the. I got technical difficulties over here. I got the dog acting up. She's eating shit. Literally
Mark's having a no good, terrible.
I mean, it's okay, Mark. I wasn't going to bring it. Yeah, I wasn't going to bring up your horrible day.
No, it's therapeutic to talk about it. It's all good.
Okay, what toss him under the bus?
What
then.
pissed
Mark,
you
the
off
reason
today?
we're fucking late. I saw a comment
Yeah.
waiting for the show.
It was
What
me.
pissed you off today,
It was me.
Mark?
It was me. It was Uber Eats. It was my coffee maker going slow. It was the dog eating shit. She had to get punished. It was
No.
it was just it was just a
Isn't
laundry
eating
list.
shit punishment enough? You know?
Yeah, there was weird shit in the backyard. So we found out there's definitely been some raccoons in the backyard because the Google images tell me the little clumps of like what look like alien pebbles are actually raccoon shit. So there's definitely, and there's on the next door app, so there's a gang of raccoons. So the gang of raccoons definitely frequents my yard based on the 300 piles of raccoon shits.
Right,
But
so your dog's
worse-
eating the raccoon shit.
Well, she doesn't. She actually doesn't. But there was either raccoon throw up or a bigger animal's actual shit that I had to wash away today because she keeps going to it. And it looked like it had human teeth in it at first. So I was like, what is this, a buzzard? But it turned out it was just macaroni noodles uncooked that were inside the shit, the giant shits that I washed away that were like way too big for even my medium-sized dog. Like some of the biggest shits I've ever seen. So either
You
a
think it's
large
homeless
human.
man's-
Yeah, it could be a homeless man shitting in my backyard. Yes.
Small.
And-
Was it? Yeah. Was it a man-sized shit? What could
Yes,
be a
like a
homeless adolescent?
man, not a homeless child. It would be a homeless man. You know what I mean? That likes to eat.
I know what you mean when you
macaroni.
say man. You're
Yeah.
referring to two things. It has a double meaning. Man, as in a grown adult,
Yeah.
and a man in terms of what he eats and how he shits.
like a
Right.
captain, a boat
I'm
captain,
hoping
a
for you
plumber.
it's like a bear that eats uncooked macaroni and not a homeless dude who's just jumping into your yard and taking dumps. But
That would be better. It could also be like the raccoons throwing up as opposed to shitting. Maybe they.
yeah, I think it could still be raccoon. I think
Raccoon
that
throw up or something.
we're not giving enough credit to raccoons here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
that's
are.
bad. It's not armed robberies, but it's bad.
And the dog, she's figured out how to have the baby door to like the cat room, so she doesn't eat like the litter because she likes to eat the cat food, the wet, the dry food, the cat litter, the shit. So the cat room like has a baby door with a little lock on it, but she's figured out how to get on the bottom and use her fingers to
I wish you
it.
luck, man. Keeping
Yeah.
a dog away from cat turds. That is good luck. Just
It's a real cat turd day.
somebody who owns a dog and cats.
Yeah.
I mean, I know why, because I've been there.
Cat and the dog.
I've
Yeah.
been there before where you're telling the dog, don't do that. But are you telling that dog that for that dog or for you? You know what I mean? It's more for the human, I feel like, doesn't want that grossness.
It's because she licks my face, honestly.
No, I know.
would-
It's for you.
That's the problem.
Right.
Dogs love to get into cat turds, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If it had nothing to do
it's
with you, you
sad
gotta eat away,
reality.
dummy.
Yeah, it's a sad
Anyways.
reality.
That's all. I'm good. Better now. I'm better
You
now.
feel better?
Feel better.
Good.
Hell yeah,
Fantastic.
man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
How you guys
Mark
doing? How's your fishing trip, Will?
It was great. It was great. Here I put together a little video. You guys can see what's going on. It's on low. We went out.
Oh, baby. Oh, fast.
Gulf of Mexico, the marsh, right at the Mississippi Delta there in Louisiana.
Oh, you used the
Coke
net,
Tree,
huh?
Louisiana is where we're at. There's our buddy Cody. He's tossing out the bait net, trying to get some bait. Here we are.
Could there be gators in this area?
Oh yeah,
there are.
gators, tons of gators. Lots of gators, lots of fish, lots of catfish, some trout, some redfish.
We'll go down. Y'all can stay here.
You got the
There's
double
us.
boat.
There's us not knowing where to go. There's me
Someone's
peeing on
peeing.
the boat.
Figured
So,
you'd kill two birds.
Yeah.
Pop a video, take a piss. Look at that
Exactly.
sunset. That's a sportsman's
Sunset.
paradise right there, Will.
That's right. You're right, Pat.
Wow.
That's sunset on the bayou. Very peaceful. Very peaceful. We did not so peaceful. We did the Swedish like stinky fish can challenge. I think it's like a TikTok challenge right now. Let me see what the name of it is.
Could that be a punishment for Wednesday the 25th?
No.
No.
It's called Surströmming. But it was horrible. Here's a drumfish we caught. We were catching drumfish off the dock. It was a fun ass trip. Cooked a bunch of shrimp. Fucking went to the marina bar every night. It was very fun.
Look at that, Will. I got to tell you, you sent a picture of shrimp, and it made me realize something about shrimp. As a shrimp eater, when you're in the moment with the shrimp, delicious. But when you get a shrimp photograph of just shrimp out of context, gross looking. Didn't know that. But looked at that.
Well, those shrimp or crawfish?
I don't know.
The shrimp?
Yeah, I looked at them and said, "Ooh!" But if I was there, I'd have been chowing down.
That didn't look good to you? An entire chest of
it's a
freshly
thing.
boiled
I'm
shrimp?
telling you, it's a thing. It's a thing.
Shrimp oil looks appetizing to most people.
Something about a photo of it. I promise.
Really? I mean, everybody there loved it. Everybody else,
exactly. You would have
loved it. Besides you, it sounds like so.
You would have loved it if you were there, because that's what I'm saying. That's when it's delicious.
I mean, Mark was remarking about.
I like shrimp.
Good it
Yeah,
looked
yeah.
in the responses.
Yeah, I was. I wasn't lying.
Hey, this is just something I learned about me. Okay?
Pat's a guy just doesn't like the picture of shrimp.
I didn't expect to feel that way about it.
All right. Okay. Well, it was delicious nonetheless, even if it looked bad.
I don't like to see the head on my animal. You know what I mean?
Said, yeah.
Also,
shrimp.
Yeah.
Also caught up on the pods while I was loading the YouTube videos today. Wes shouldn't feel so bad if he's listening, because my first French kiss was in 10th grade. So not that far ahead of Wes. So.
Yeah, and there was some sympathy in the Discord too, where people were like, "Oh man, I was a third wheel on a titty suck hangout too. Childhood memories unlocked." So yeah, Wes isn't alone. I mean,
yeah,
we've all been there once.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
not every afternoon after school though, you know.
Some of us are late bloomers, you know.
Of course.
And then Pat, the pumpkin patch, I'm sorry that your son had that reaction. I don't think my daughter, I took her in last year and I don't think she realized what it was.
Dude, this was the scariest fucking haunted house I'd ever. I mean, it was dumb. Immediately looked at Kate and said, "We made a parenting mistake."
Yeah.
As soon as we saw this situation,
shouldn't they have a height limit in these?
No, that's their whole thing, Mark. Everything in the park is any kid can ride. That's the whole.
No, yeah, that's how these particular haunted tents go.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah. And then also great news, best news. Go to patreon.com/hardfactor if you want more content from us. I know we put out a lot, but we still do 2 bonus podcasts a week on top of this. And somebody, for shout out all the listeners in Houma, Louisiana, one of them may be sending Wes a dick pic if he joins the Golden Elbow. I'm not going to say who.
The Houma soldiers?
Yeah, that's right.
Love that. I love that.
Because Wes offered that as part of the Golden Elbow membership.
It's the first thing he thinks about when
I'm going to add it to the perks in the Patreon right now.
Well, he offered it on air. I think we probably got to clear with them.
Can send Wes. I'm going to put Wes in parentheses. Can send
receive.
Wes. Yeah, Wes will receive your dick pics if you send it.
He said that he would do it for any.
It has to be your dick pic though, so you're gonna have to like get a mirror to Wes, right? Yeah.
And we really need a reaction video from Wes. I feel like for it to be legitimate, like on Wes's face, you know.
Yeah. Also, Donkey Balls, nice one. Says I'm with Communist
so
Pat.
hard.
Gross. Well, I mean, Donkey Balls is with you.
Screw you, Don. Key balls,
Mr. Keyballs.
Donkey Balls and Pat hate shrimp.
Will, it's new to me. It's not an attack on you. I didn't expect to feel that way about the photo of shrimp.
Well, no, I sent the picture because of how appetizing it was.
If you were there, I know, but I'm telling you.
I mean, when I looked at the picture back, I'm like,
because
wow,
you were literally
phone.
It was like your shrimp. You know, you had eaten it. So
I mean, I want a picture of every single seafood boil anybody.
I'll send you a picture if I go to a seafood boil.
If you do a seafood boil and don't send me a picture of it, I'm upset usually. So
yeah, it's like tits.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Send them.
Did you
send their dicks to Wes?
Hey.
Right.
Did you see tits today? Did you see tits today and you didn't send it?
Right.
What the fuck, man?
I mean, share with the brothers, you know. Share.
She doesn't need to know.
Yeah.
You guys want to jump in right into it? Check this out.
Yeah.
Check this out. Well, Mark, you want to do the?
No,
oh,
play
to
it,
be honest.
buddy.
Here we
You play
go.
it.
Let's just jump right into the.
You know who you're with?
3 Factor, yeah.
This is real news.
Wow,
Three
Three
factor.
factor.
You're with 3 Factor, baby.
you were 3 Factor.
Nice
right?
cut, Mark.
Thank you.
Mark finally made it for us.
It was really good.
Took me you know what? That's part of the reason I'm late, because that took about 53 minutes today. So that's part of the reason I was 10
That's
minutes
actually
late.
kind of short.
Yeah.
That's a short amount of
Another
time.
listener-
I would have guessed it would have taken a lot longer.
Yeah, you did it. That's great for 53 minutes. Another listener suggested a clip that I'm going to end up using for part of my story later.
Hell yeah. Here you go.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Who wants to start?
Go for it, Pat.
Well, okay. When you guys see this photograph here, what is that?
Looks like a
plug.
butt plug filled with
Well,
cocaine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
Halfway.
that's a butt plug that you kind of don't want it to break inside you, but you kind of do. You know what I mean?
You're nervous
Well-
because it looks like it could fall apart, and that's not something you're looking for in a butt plug typically.
Isn't
Unless
that
this
an
is a-
ass eater's delight? Because
Oh.
you can get cocaine, right? If you pull it, it's for people sniffing it in their
Suppository.
ass. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, suppository.
It's actually so funny because the product name is Ass Eater's Delight.
It's an ass eater's delight.
Yeah, it's a subset. I didn't know. I mean, I know that people who are into butt plugs are also into powder drugs. I knew that.
Yeah,
but
of course.
I didn't know this. Yeah, no, that's not a butt plug, guys. That's not at all. In fact, well, I'll tell you this. That photograph right there showed up in a corporate press release earlier this week. Does anyone want to guess what it might be other than a butt plug, and what corporation may have put it in their press release about a new technology they're developing, a partnership, so to speak?
A suppository company, because it looks like it's suppository. Like you could put something in your butt, and then that thing dissolves.
I'm gonna give you another shot. It's totally not at all related to butt stuff.
I refuse to guess anything that's not butt stuff on it. So I'm
Oh,
out.
Rite Aid. Rite Aid did this because they filed for bankruptcy.
It's a
and they
good
were like,
guess.
this is what took us down. This product.
I'm gonna assume they're lying and it's a butt thing.
Okay. No, guys, that was a butt plug featured in Toyota's press release. Okay. Yeah, that's actually a solid state battery. That's a solid state battery.
Oh, when you guess that?
Not.
Yeah, who
That's
would've
a
guessed?
battery.
Yep, that's some sort of battery, guys. Who knew?
I don't know. ASAP Adi in the live comments. It's butt stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. I mean, that's what you
Toyota's
thought.
into butt stuff. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, Toyota loves butt stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Stick it on my tailpipe.
Yeah.
Is what they'd say. But no, guys, they announced a partnership with Idemitsu Kosan to, quote, work together in developing mass production technology, solid state electrolytes, improving productivity and establishment of a supply chain to achieve mass production of all solid state batteries for battery electrical vehicles. And I guess that's that's one of the parts there.
So you plug that butt plug into your car and it powers it forever.
I got no idea. Well, I got.
They got our attention. I mean, they have
No,
our
they
attention
don't.
with the shape.
Well, if that's their battery of the future, I'm out on Toyota.
I'm just saying the shape. You know, it
The
gets you
shape,
thinking.
yeah.
And then
It's-
the powder in there. Yeah.
So that's
I'm not-
guys, that's you know what that is? That's solid electrolyte. That's what it is. I guess that's electrolyte that's going to go in the
Okay.
battery, and I guess they store it in a butt plug like container. I
If that's
guess
the final battery design.
What
Out.
shape is that? The 3D spade. What would you call that?
3D spade, man.
What's the name of that? Yeah.
Yeah, sulfide solid electrolytes.
Okay.
Anyway, it's not getting nearly enough coverage, so yeah, we'll put it on Twitter tomorrow.
We
Toyota
should
butt
put up
plugs.
a poll like online for people that didn't listen to the pod or whatever and be like, what do you think this is for? I guarantee you almost every answer is butt stuff.
100%. I mean, but like, do you need to? So if that's the sulfide electrolyte, right?
So
in
did
that
they do it
powder?
They tried to make it catchy by putting it in a butt plug.
I'm Googling Toyota and the first thing that comes up is Toyota butt battery.
Yeah,
Right. So like this is what they did. They knew that nobody would be excited about sulfide powder or whatever it is, electrical sulfide powder. So they put it in a butt plug to try to make it more spicy.
So this is that photo of the actual plug, the butt plug.
Now we're
is-
talking about it. See? I mean,
Yeah.
is from
Work.
I
That's
do.
what I'm saying, Will. See, they got our attention. with
But
the-
okay,
with the
hold
shirt.
on.
They got
guys-
mine, but when I saw it, disappointed. Out. You got to explain to me why you put it in a butt plug.
So, okay, hold on. Toyota, if you Google Toyota press release, because I want to see the press release for myself, it turns out Toyota, obviously such a massive company.
Excuse me, Mr. Yoshida, can you sit on that battery?
Yes, when it's in the car. Right, okay, so Toyota is such a big company that they have a website that's just for their press stuff, right? Okay, so press releases. Toyota didn't put that photo in there, y'all. The Japanese company, Idemitsu Kosen, which is a petroleum company, they slipped that bad boy in there. The smaller of the two companies.
Mr. Yakakana, why did you put cocaine in it?
Well, I think maybe that's like a thing that they do whenever they do a partnership with another company is play a little, have a little prank.
Yeah,
prank them.
You think you're right? It says they can 900-mile EVs without recharging, huh? Finally, you can go on an actual trip.
Yeah, no, they've been bragging about this a lot. Toyota, their upgrades to their batteries and what's coming. So who knows? But why they put the powders in a butt plug, I think it's just for viral marketing purposes. There's no other explanation. Why would the powder have to sit in a butt plug?
I don't know.
No
bro.
reason.
It's
I don't
for
know much about.
it's to get us talking about their cars.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's
Well, there
the
you have
only
it.
reason you would put the powder inside a butt plug to make
Anyway,
this
the big story is hopefully Toyota will nail these batteries and EVs will go a long way. But other than that, it's powder and a butt plug, and a corporate press release. So
Yeah, it's
there
gonna
you have
take
it.
Well,
it's gonna take me a while to shake the image of the butt plug, though.
Right.
those batteries better deliver.
What was the name of the product again? It was
Ass Eater's Delight.
Ass Eater's Delight. Right.
They shouldn't call it that if it's just a battery.
That's the new Toyota battery, top of the line.
All right.
Or you can go with the Ass Eater's Delight.
Yeah. 900
So it's
miles.
it's the Stevie Nicks butt plug.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, I got a story for you. I got both of my stories today. We'll split them up, but they're about guys getting surprising bills. Like, with this at this day and age, do you really want another surprising bill that you weren't expecting? No, I don't want another bill. So
Right,
first
I prefer
up,
when my bills text me to let me know that they're coming over.
that's right. What's
Right.
up, William?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. First up, let's head to Georgia, where Connor Cato has a need for speed. Connor got pulled over for going 90 miles per hour in a 55. That's too fast.
That's reckless driving, right? 20
Oh,
over,
yeah.
more than 20 over. Yeah.
Yes. They have a different term for it in Georgia. I think reckless, but they also call them super speeders. And when you have a super speeding ticket, which I'm assuming is at least 20 miles per hour over, you get a $200 fine on top of the ticket. So Connor, yeah, that sucks, right?
That's kind of like you know how like there's that new party it's called the No Labels Party, right? Which is like just a dumb name for a party because you start the first word and there is no negative connotation. The anti super speeder, same thing, but in inverse, you want to be super, right? It seems
You
like
want to get
cool.
the
a
extra $200
superlative.
ticket.
Exactly.
Super speeder is kind of a cool. Yeah, it's bragging rights.
Had to
for
pay
sure.
the super speeder and everything.
Yeah.
Dumbass odometer challenge, motherfuckers, or something like that.
Right,
would
but
be
this
better.
is like reckless usually can get upgraded to a felony, right? So
But
It
reckless will is a more negative
Maybe.
word,
Well,
if not
maybe
used
reckless
ironically.
DUI. Right, reckless is bad, but if you're like to Pat's point, if you're playing like never have I ever, and you're like never have I ever been a super speeder, and then like the guy next to you drinks,
Right.
he's gonna go get laid.
super speeder ticket is cool, right?
You're Wes watching him grab boobs all of a sudden because you decided to admit you've never been a super speeder, and he's gonna
You wanna own
unhook that bra real quick.
Right.
Yeah.
You're trying to get super speeder vanity plates. You have a super speeder decal on your
Right.
Camaro. Maybe
Sure.
you're getting it stitched into your leather jacket or denim jacket.
It's your Instagram name. So he knew with the super speeding 45 miles an hour over, he was going to get a pretty hefty ticket. He apparently was aware of the $200 extra thing, the reckless, but also anything over 35 miles per hour. This is unique to Georgia, not 20 in Virginia and stuff like Pat was saying. 20 miles an hour over is like reckless. And in Georgia, 35 miles per hour and more over the speed limit requires you to go to court, where the judge then gets to decide how much the ticket's actually going to be. So when you get a ticket of that super speeding variety, they print you up a ticket and they say, you got to go to court. Here's a placeholder for what you would pay as a maximum if you decide to not go to court, but you should go to court because you're 35 miles per hour over. And what do you think the ticket that Connor got printed up said as his quote placeholder to pay off
for the maximum fine?
Yeah, what did his ticket say if he wasn't going to show up to court, which he's supposed to, at over 30. What do you think the ticket said?
30,000.
$800 is probably like the most expensive speeding ticket, I feel like.
By law in Georgia, the maximum for a speeding ticket is $1,000 outside of state cost mandates, whatever the fuck that means. But Will was closest. It was $1.4 million and 58,000 and 44 cents. It was $1.4 million was the speeding ticket. Here it is. $1,480,000.
Did they fat finger it? Is that supposed to be like 14,000?
You charge me that, or did I win that in some sort of weird lottery?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that my winnings?
$5 million speeding ticket.
So is the person like ultra rich? Does the judge know they can like bilk this guy for money? What the fuck is that?
I mean, dude, I think we've all been there where you like get in a little trouble and some money gets spent that your spouse doesn't know about or doesn't want you to have spent and is mad at you.
Yeah.
Imagine coming home with this and telling her, "No, honey, it's a mistake.
Yeah,
it's a mistake, honey."
This is a couple Vegas trips, huh? You could, you could just be like, "Oh, well, I got a speeding ticket," but really, it was a hush hush. I spent $1.5 million on batteries, Toyota batteries. But look, so I guess that'll teach super speeders in Savannah. So obviously, Connor was a little bit, confused. So he called the Savannah, courthouse and was like, do I really have to pay $1.48 million for speeding? And apparently they said, no, not if you come to court. They said on the phone, yes, if you don't come to court, but no, if you show up to court, you'll probably pay closer to $1,000.
Well,
yeah.
What?
Yeah. That's what the lady told him.
What's up with that judge? I mean, shouldn't that be illegal to threaten that?
But they're probably looking there being like, that's just bureaucracy, man. Hey, what it says on the tickets, what you got to pay. I don't make the
can't
tickets.
he get out of this if he gets a good
Pat.
lawyer? If he gets a good lawyer, can't he get out of this? Because the judge
where
is
the fuck is he going to afford that? Will he's already having to shell out $1.4 million.
He doesn't have to pay it yet. It's the threat of if you don't go to court. But still, this is probably illegal by the judge to do because you can't. The judge can't make somebody feel like their life is over just because they want to threaten somebody.
Well, so it turns out everyone's kind of right. Like the lady who said, yes, whatever's printed as the placeholder is what you'd have to pay if you don't show up to court. Technically, that's what they're supposed to do. But a spokesperson for Savannah city government said, the $1.4 million is just a placeholder. It was automatically generated by the e-citation software used by the local recorder's court, whatever the fuck that means. And basically what they're doing is they're trying to scare you into appearing to court where the judge can only charge you $1,000 plus a couple state issued court fees. So you walk out with $1,200.
So he's going to charge you the maximum anyways.
Probably, unless he really likes you.
So it's not.
They can't charge you the 1.4 if you don't show up anyways. Because
right, the ticket should say $1,000 on it, not
right.
1.4 million. Is the thing?
Should it say $1,400 or
well, whatever the maximum's 1,000 plus whatever court fees cost, but no, it should say 1,000.
Right. The maximum
who
is
did
1,000.
They
say an automated thing. Yeah.
My guess is someone that thinks they're smart that works the Savannah courthouse system that said, people haven't been showing up for their reckless super speeding tickets because we're charging them $600 and they're just paying it online. Why don't we generate $1 million fees? I bet that'll get them to show up in a suit.
Look, we got two ideas here. Either change it from super speeders to dummies, or we put a fake amount. We put a fake amount on the ticket. Which one's better? This is a Toyota butt plug situation. We're talking about it. They won. They won.
Yes,
you got me, Savannah Police Department. I'm not speeding when I'm in the city limits. Okay,
they were winning. They did win. They were winning until this guy brought it to the local news, who's been harassing the Savannah City Courthouse. Yeah. And now, after the internet and the local news teams have been like, "You can't do this," it turns out Savannah City Hall has released a news statement saying that they're going to look into adjusting the placeholder fee information on speeding tickets going forward.
Right. Yeah. No. They just look like fools.
Yes.
This was a very foolish idea by some consultant or something. They foolishly accepted that this would work.
You think a consulting firm did this?
I don't know.
This is homegrown.
I guarantee you, at least one person was like, "You want to get them in the courthouse? Print this on the ticket."
They accepted some very stupid suggestion from one of the team members.
The cop is printing it out at his little
printer. No, it comes from a system. He just types in the information. It then routes to it Bluetooths to the Savannah City system that prints 1.48 million. The cop has nothing to do with it.
Maybe someone at the courthouse has a crush on this super speeder. Maybe he's super handsome.
I think that there's just a bunch of Connors speeding around Georgia and then not going to get their lickings from the judge.
Somebody at
and
the
they just pay
courthouse
off-
has a crush on themselves and their own ideas and
Right.
convinced everybody else to go along with this horrible idea.
We
And then
want
they
our
got
judges
put on
to-
blast by the local media.
We want our judges to look these super speeders in the eyes. You know,
So they could still give them the maximum.
Yeah.
Because the explanation doesn't make any sense. That's why it's very stupid.
it doesn't, and it's very stupid.
Yeah.
Yep. Turns out they got busted.
Yeah, it was a dumb idea.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have done it.
What if someone paid 1.48 million? I bet they would have accepted it.
Just pay it, or they like were super loaded and it was like an
Yeah.
accountant situation.
Yeah, I'm not going back to.
Whatever bill comes in, just pay it, Marcy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, anyways. Oh, hey,
Nice.
let's do a little business, huh? You guys,
Oh, it is me.
you guys a little fan of the nicotine?
I am.
Fan of that. Little fan of pouches, I should say.
Mhm.
How about Lucy? You guys ever heard of Lucy?
Lucy
takes
specifically, I'm a fan of their pouches.
Yes, Lucy makes tobacco-free nicotine for people to focus better, think deeper, chill out, smoother, and inspire creativity. How about increased alertness, attention, mood? How about you focus better? You guys like focusing? I sure do. Thinking deeper, and for us, this one's pretty important. It inspires creativity. So the boys, kind of important for us in our line of work, and also important is it helps you relax, which everyone can use. So it's 100% pure tobacco-free nicotine. You'll never find tobacco in any of the products Lucy has ever. They have pouches available in 5 strengths from 2 milligrams to 12 milligrams. And let me tell you something. I ordered the 12. Okay.
Big
12
baller.
of them.
I ordered the 12. What did you guys, what milligram doses
I'm
did you
an 8
guys?
pomegranate guy myself.
Okay.
I went low, boys. I went low.
I went low. I'm a 12 mango. They have
So you can always double up.
Nice.
cinnamon, mint, mango, wintergreen, pomegranate, apple ice espresso. They got all sorts of cool flavors. Yeah, I mean, I like to do pop in a pouch while I'm writing for this show in particular. Maybe before bed. Might try that out. It's Lucy's higher quality than other pouches. Period. It just is. The taste is amazing. The flavor is outstanding. Yeah, I mean,
I got the text about not doing the other stuff earlier yesterday.
yeah, the not pouch stuff that smells up the
I
car
got-
and the shirts and everything. Yeah.
I got to make it. Lucy and I have a long date, hopefully.
Well, you can't be doing the other stuff too because of the new center around there. People are going to be ass bumming from you, so this is better. They're not going to ask
They're not
for
going
you.
to know.
They're not going to ask for Lucy out of your mouth, right? So whether you use nicotine to focus better,
Or you can take your Lucy on a fishing trip, and everybody's there.
Or on the
Gonna love it.
plane,
They're going to be
on the
partying with it all the
plane.
time.
well,
on the
that's
plane,
a perfect
on the
place to
ride.
do it. It's out on the boat there.
Oh yeah, you think we didn't have some Lucy's out there on the bayou? We
I think
did.
you might have. I think you might-
Spoiler alert, we did.
Yeah. Whether you use nicotine to focus better, get a boost in energy, or to chill and relax, Lucy's made for your nicotine routine. If you want to try Lucy's tobacco-free breakers, pouches, or gum, go to lucy.co/hard factor and use promo code hard factor to get 20% off your first order. Lucy offers free shipping and has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. That's Lucy is lucy.co and use code hard factor to get 20% off and always free shipping. There's some fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age and every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Yeah.
Yes. Lucy is great though. Some other stuff, trending stuff we may not mention, or I was catching up on the podcast. Didn't know if we got talked about a lot at all. Joe Biden did 60 Minutes and claims, I don't know, he's talking about Israel, but he did it amid rampant sexual abuse claims behind the scenes at 60 Minutes over the years with the lady with the short hair, skinny one.
The short-haired
Oh.
skinny lady?
He and her have a thing, or she
No. He just did the show amid the sexual abuse allegations. Basically, she hired interns and expected them to sleep, or hired people.
Leslie
sleep.
Oh
Stahl?
yeah, that lady. Yeah. She said
Yeah.
to get stories. Yeah. To get the stories to break. Yeah.
MAGA world is melting down about a potential gag order on Trump. Halle Bailey is pregnant, very young. Some people are upset. Also, Will Smith is on a boat somewhere saying that he's turning off his social media notifications.
Good idea.
After everyone
Get off
found
there,
out
Will.
His wife left him 7 years ago, and he just pretended it never happened after that, after she left him 7 years ago. And then now she's in tears on podcasts over losing her soulmate, Tupac. So.
Yeah, now she's just digging the knife in deeper to Will Smith, saying she always loved Tupac, not him. Right.
We didn't talk
the
about
better rapper of the two, to be fair.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
but Will Smith
has
had a much longer career.
True.
He was in a lot of films. I mean, good actor. So
we haven't talked about the fact that Diddy probably called Shine on the phone. He's like, "Hey, Shine."
Yeah.
Right.
The guy who was
got arrested.
The guy who was arrested said that, yes, I did kill him, but Diddy offered me $100K or something to do it.
Right. So I wonder if Jada is, going for the justice there. We'll see. But that's some other trends we're not going to talk about in depth. First,
no Speaker of the House too, right? Also, no Speaker of the House yet. Right?
Oh, but they said they would have that Monday of last week.
No. Still none.
No.
Man, who was it? This show that was saying it was going to take forever to pick a new one? I think it was. Okay. Before we jump back into the news, let me tell you about our other sponsor today, Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit, okay? Fuel up fast for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time, eat well, and stay on track with your healthy lifestyle. With Factor, skip the extra trip to the grocery store and the chopping, prepping, and cleaning up, too, while still getting the flavor and nutritional quality you need. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes. So all you have to do is heat and enjoy, then get back to life. It's nice. The packaging is incredible, very high tech, super easy. Just put it in the fridge, boom, pop them in every time you need a meal. It's very efficient. Choose from 35 plus weekly flavor packed, fresh, never frozen meals. Relish the best of autumn with fall flavors in their limited time only hearty, comforting meals featuring seasonal veggies like cranberry pecan chicken and apple Dijon pork chops. The pork chops incredible for sure. Ready in just 2 minutes. Like I said, they'll satisfy your fall cravings during the busy season without the hassle. Level up with gourmet plus options prepared to perfection by chefs and ready to eat in record time. Treat yourself to upscale meals with premium ingredients like broccolini, leeks, truffle butter, and asparagus. Factor is a great gift too for those in your life who may not, like to cook or want to try something where it's going to be easy. They're busy. They need some help with the food. Obviously, Factor has amazing dinners and hot lunches, but also quick lunches, calorie smart options, protein plus meals with 30 grams of protein or more per serving, breakfast, snacks, juices, smoothies, shakes. They got everything you can need. This October, get Factor and enjoy eating well without the hassle. Simply choose your meals and enjoy fresh, flavor-packed meals delivered to your door, ready in just 2 minutes, no prep, no mess, and surprisingly affordable with our deal. Head to factormeals.com/hardfactor50 and use code hardfactor50 to get 50% off. That's code hardfactor50 at factormeals.com/hardfactor50 to get 50% off.
Yes, sir.
I just spent $100 on friggin'
1 day's
delivery.
worth of food. Yeah, one meal
for the family, and the food got here, and I'm like, this is fine food, but just Factor's better.
Yeah, how many Factor boxes you could have got with that, Pat?
I know with the 50%.
But the thing is, you don't think
a week's worth of food.
Stupid.
Of course, you still got to eat outside Factor sometimes, but you should try not to, because I
should have just gotten Factor.
Sometimes Pat likes to remind himself though
how good Factor is.
Swift kick in the nuts.
Well, my point is, you don't always think. Sometimes you're like, should I spend the money on pre-made meals? And you're like, I don't know, and then you end up spending the money anyway. So that's my point.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. And then you regret it later. You're 100%, Pat.
And some. You save money on Factor, no doubt about it.
Then you're sitting here kicking yourself when you should have been eating Factor. Okay. Live chat, youtube.com/hardfactornews. Leah Gomez says, hello, which is the perfect comment to lead us into this next section. It's been a tough week for Ronaldo.
What?
The hello is because he's so hot. But
I've been sending my prayers. I mean,
the bad news is, Pat, you might want to brace yourself because it's not been the best news week for your boy Ronaldo. I mean, he still looks great.
You talking about the other Ronaldo? You talking about the old Ronaldo?
No,
not my Ronaldo.
Portuguese Ronaldo. Portuguese fit 12-pack Ronaldo is who I'm talking about.
Not ugly Ronaldo.
CR7. I'm telling you, it starts off great though, Pat.
You talking about fat, potentially gay Brazilian Ronaldo?
That's the one I'm think Will's talking about because he's not talking
That's
about mine.
not the one I'm talking about. I am talking about Portuguese soccer legend Ronaldo. He only has one name.
At him.
Look at him. He's there in the rain. He's got his tongue out. He's teasing Pat's imagination. And this Pat is over the weekend when he scored his 124th and 125th international goals for Portugal as they beat Slovakia in the European Championship. That's a lot of goals, right? That's a ton of goals. They were in the Group J where he scored them over this weekend. But somehow it led to an article in Football 365 that claims he's actually scored 0 meaningful goals in his entire international career, being the most trending article about that performance on Google.
Damn, Pat. Damn.
Well, I mean,
what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I mean,
Harry Kaned him.
he had a goal to get rock hard abs. He achieved that. Okay,
Right.
he had a goal to be international superstar, adored by me and millions others. He achieved that.
Yeah, he did.
What doesn't he achieve? What are they talking about? Well, this is stupid.
I think maybe that they've never got to like a World Cup final or semifinal, or
It's not his
That was
fault
more-
that he's the most
most of
handsome
the-
man on his
they've
country.
never won like a
team.
European Cup. I don't think. I
That
think
when
we
the
got to
pressure
final.
was on,
Yeah.
goals didn't come, and a lot of them are from the
Maybe they
penalty
won one
spot.
European, but I don't think he
Anyways,
scored. Yeah.
He's one of the best players of all time, no matter how you slice it. Seems a bit harsh to me, but that's the internet, I guess. That's the trending internet. But most worrisome, way worse than that for CR7, is that he allegedly is allegedly under potential penalty of 99 lashes in Iran for the crime of hugging and kissing an Iranian woman as a married man himself.
Well, I want to hear more.
Okay.
Pat's
I'm
like,
sure
can I issue the punishment?
Well, that's what I'm asking. Who's going to be delivering the punishment?
Yeah.
And then also, who is this lady? You know,
Yeah.
who did it? You know, at first I said, don't hurt his body. And then I said, what? Who was she? I don't like it.
Sounds like the Iranians are jealous.
and Pat too, which is understandable. It's understandable on all accounts. What happened here, guys, is that Ronaldo played in Iran for the Al Nassr's Asian Champions League on September 19th. That was the game that was held in Iran. And before the match, he was greeted by fans, including one female painter named Fatima Hamimi. And she presented Ronaldo with some portraits that she made for him by painting them with her feet, to overcome her disability.
I mean, the portraits don't really do him justice, but
Well, she is painting them with her feet, Pat, because
With her
she's
feet.
severely physically
yeah.
handicapped.
I mean,
she's in a wheelchair. She has to paint with her feet.
Pretty impressive for a foot painting.
yeah. I mean, I
maybe
guess
they're sketches because it's like I see it's pencil. I don't know.
Some would say
exactly.
insulting, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
It's better
I
than
think
the
it's
statue of
inspiring.
Ronaldo. Remember that thing?
He's not to be painted, is my thing. He's not to be painted.
Well, her overcoming of her disabilities to present them to him, and they look pretty nice when they're framed up.
Those are awesome.
Overcame Ronaldo with so much joy that he thanked Fatima by hugging her and giving her a kiss on the forehead. Okay, here's the clip.
Seems pretty innocent. Yeah.
There's the hug.
I don't like it.
Unbelievable stuff there. And then he pats her on the
Touching his
shoulder.
back. Oh no.
The Iranians are just getting hot. They're upset right now.
I'm
And then
surprised they didn't just beat him to death right there. Stone him
He's
to
holding. He gives her a jersey. And he's so inspired though. That was enough. He hugs her again.
death. Oh no.
Oh my God, she's so
flicking him
excited,
off.
pointing to it.
Yeah.
And then he kisses. Oh my God, kisses her on the forehead.
Whoa.
What the
Well,
hell?
Can you believe it? Can you believe what he did right there?
Whoa, that's weird. Says they're acting like he cream pied her, and for Iranian terms, that pretty much was a cream pie. you
Pretty
know?
much.
Yeah.
You don't do that in Iran. Well, that's weird. Okay.
I want to know what they were doing, letting her show up to the game as a fan.
It's a good question. Mark.
They let women in there.
A disabled woman.
Yeah.
That's
Is that
a
what
little
it
bit
is?
sus-
Is
Yeah,
that
Pat,
why?
No, they're upset. They're upset. The Iranian government, once this video hit the internet, once it was made known that he did this act in Iran, they said, not so fast. That's technically adultery.
Now we're gonna have to explain the rules to her all game.
Exactly. No.
Now we have to
She
explain offsides to the women.
She didn't do anything wrong, Mark. Cristiano did. Cristiano did by involving
Right.
a disabled woman in his married life, which is technically in Iran adultery because he's married to Georgina Rodriguez, and she's attractive. So 99 lashes
Jeez.
or a public apology for Cristiano.
Wouldn't mind playing a little Toyota battery with her.
No, for sure. Georgina.
Oh, I see. Butt plug.
She's hot.
Yeah. Ass eaters
she's-
delight.
Like to see how
She's
far she
super
could
hot.
get on an EV battery.
And guys, according to TMZ, he's actually been sentenced and could be arrested for this crime.
So
if
he,
Well,
just
so, I mean-
can't go back to Iran.
He can't go
right?
back to Iran.
He
Yeah.
can't go back to Iran.
Well, he may need to do that for future legs of the Asians Champions League.
Well, they're gonna
So-
have to. He's gonna have to tell the team that he's not going back because one lash is too many for this, obviously, and it's not. That's a no go.
I mean,
or we're going to see a John Cena Taiwan style apology from CR7.
What's he
or
apologizing for? Hugging
potentially
hugging his
Oh.
biggest fan.
for
Yes,
touching.
funniest of all, Mark, we could potentially see an Iranian arrest of CR7 for being a nice guy.
Iran needs to sit if he plays out.
Yeah, it's fucked up, dude. But like, I wouldn't put it past. I guarantee there's gonna be a scenario where if he can't go to Iran, there's gonna be games scheduled there, international play, so that Portugal can't perform because that's how dirty FIFA is.
That's
Like,
gonna be a honeypot. Yeah, come
yeah,
on.
yeah. Well, we know if we book it here,
Yeah.
it'll be down Ronaldo.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. There's definitely gonna be some foul play trying to.
I mean,
lure
at
him
this
back into
point,
Iran.
just for the comedy, I'm hoping he gets arrested for it.
99 lashes. Has anyone seen like a lashing like that could kill someone? Like 99.
They're going to make him
Depends-
publicly
It
apologize.
depends with what. It depends what they lash him with.
I
you
mean-
know?
I
And
mean,
if
the
he's
guy's gonna miss
shirtless,
the
which I hope he
game.
is.
The official. I didn't look up an official Iranian lash.
99 lashes is like he's going to miss the game for a few weeks anyways because he's going to be bedridden, laying on his stomach. Like what are we talking? 99 lashes is like a death sentence.
No, I mean he could take it. He's tough. Put a
He
piece
is.
of wood in his mouth,
He
throwing
is
a
fit.
bite down
Yeah.
on it. Guys,
73 to go.
So you're flogged. I don't
right?
I don't know exactly. It doesn't
99
say
Is
exactly.
it like a tethered lash? So it's like 9. So it's really 11 lashes because it's like 9 pieces of string.
right?
he
I
gets
guess
hit
it's
with.
like a leather thing, and they just pop hit
So
you
it's
with
really
the
11
99
hits
times.
because 99's a lot.
It's a lot.
You're the guy flogging him is going to get tired with not. What are you going to have multiple people lashing him?
I'm seeing that 40 and 74 is the generic
Right,
number of
99 is
lashes
a
they
lot.
give out.
Yeah,
Not-
99.
How could
Come
they be
on.
so mad about him
Yeah.
hugging a disabled artist who's obsessed with him, and
Yeah.
and he made her fucking dreams come true by
Right.
just like talking to her for 30 seconds before the game. This is insane. Iran is insane.
They are insane. They are very insane. Yeah,
The
Guys,
Ayatollah's like just screaming at his TV
he hugged her again.
during
Yeah.
that moment.
Yeah,
There's a new Guinness record, y'all. For the large, and this is a Guinness record we could take on. I think we covered it when it happened last time, but there's a new Guinness record for longest journey by pumpkin boat paddling.
someone beat the Georgia guy from last year, whatever.
Yeah, beat his ass
Whoa!
to death,
Breaking news.
like Ronaldo
Yeah,
after hugging a disabled Iranian woman.
that's such
yeah,
a petty. You know, that's I don't like this because no, I don't like it. I feel like the guy who
Why don't you
sets-
like it?
Well, I feel like the person who sets the record first should just have it. I think it's one of those records you can definitely easily break if you want.
Oh,
to
dude, it's so breakable. Okay,
yeah.
so I was
it's kind of mean breaking the person's record.
so there's
I've
lots of
I've even seen this video over the weekend, and
Right.
it's going to be funny to talk about how this is just going to get broken every year now. Because
Yeah.
it's obvious from the video that it will.
Of
right. Okay,
course.
so there's some things in
Let the first guy who thought of it keep the record.
There's some things in this though that you're like, okay, this makes sense. Maybe this is part of the record, but they're not. So this guy, Steve Cuney, who is a competitive pumpkin farmer and also a financial advisor at I think like Charles Schwab or something.
And also a constant one-upper in conversations.
He's a total
Right.
one-upper, guys.
Yeah.
He's a total one-upper.
He saw the video last year
Yeah.
of the guy breaking the record, and
This guy's a
the-
one-up machine.
So Steve, he smashed the record, honestly. Okay, he grew the pumpkin himself. It was a 1,200 pound pumpkin, which I was like, oh, this must be part of the record. Is you
that's
have to grow
super impressive. 1,200-pound pumpkin is very impressive.
right? But I was like, oh, so this must be part
That's
of it.
not a Republican congressman.
No, that's his financial advisor.
Charles Schwab advisor. I mean, they're told to look like a Republican congressman in their
Yeah,
in their
exactly. That's how we get your money in here.
Yeah.
headshots. Yeah.
But No, he grew it himself. So I'm like, it took him 150 days to grow the pumpkin. So I'm like, damn, that must be part of it. But I checked the Guinness website, not at all. It's just being in a pumpkin as a vessel. That's it. So I guess you do need a pretty large pumpkin probably to be able to fit in it, depending on how big of a guy you are and for it to remain buoyant. But you could also like go to a pumpkin patch and be like, yo, let me get that big ass pumpkin, cut the top off of it.
But they're not, you need to be a competitive grower to make one that's 1,200 pounds. The largest pumpkin ever was 2,749 pounds. So 2,749 pounds. This guy is, so you could make a 1,200 pound pumpkin, but you can't make, you'd have to know how to make.
Are you allowed to like glue the pumpkin onto a boat and like have a motor and then it counts?
Dude, so the only
trolling motor on a pumpkin?
No, it has to be by
this guy's record in our sleep, honestly.
No. It has to be by paddle.
I just started growing pumpkins this year. I could figure out how to grow them huge.
Well, let's break this guy's record.
What if we could get all 4 of us in a pumpkin?
Well, there is no record yet for a quad. So we would set it
in a pumpkin.
Guys, it would require a fucking
one up Steve.
huge pumpkin.
What if we lost a lot of weight?
Dude, there's no way. Absolutely not.
I mean, a 2-man pumpkin.
Yeah.
How big of a pumpkin do you need, do you think, to fit into, though? Seriously.
500
one man.
pounds.
500 pounds? You think you could fit
no, 1,200 probably per man, because he fits in it comfortably.
Well, he grew it. So he was probably also like, once it got to a certain point, he was like, okay, that's big.
He was
enough,
like laying down next to it, like.
Here's video. Check this out. Here's him getting lowered into the water.
Yeah, you need like 1,000-pound pumpkin.
He called it Huckleberry, the pumpkin. And he's in it like a kayak, like kind of how it's like sealed off. I guess he hollowed it out and then just climbed right in it.
Put a hole in it and then dump the stuff out from the inside. And it's buoyant because of the pump. The gourd is buoyant.
No fear of drowning whatsoever. Yeah.
You just can't flip.
How far is easy?
Probably kind of easier to flip.
Well, he went 38 miles.
Okay, that's big.
Okay. It took him 11 hours. He went down, I guess, the Napoleon River in Missouri. Who knows? But look, it's totally fucking beatable. The only restriction, guys, is you have to be 16. That's it. So I don't know. I've never paddled, but I feel like choose an easier river. Choose the easiest.
Why do you have to be 16? If a 15-year-old goes 39 miles, isn't that the record?
Notoriously the verifiers at Guinness are pervs, so they probably just want all north of 16-year-old entrance,
just so that they don't be tempted. Right.
It's a liability thing.
Why are there 10 checkers here? Why are there 10 Guinness?
largest sleepover for largest tween sleepover.
Guinness record for most checkers to show up to one stupid record.
Oh shit! Honestly, the biggest pumpkin ever grown was grown this year.
How big?
How big was it?
Probably more impressive than what Steve did. 2749. That's what I'm saying.
You could fit a couple guys in that bad boy. Yeah.
Cut the top off that one down. Also, like, let's make it a party. You know what I mean? Right. Don't just. This guy was so fucking serious. He had like a life jacket on and shit. Just cut the top off it, like you would a jack-o'-lantern.
This guy likes to ruin people's time. He just likes to one-up people.
Yeah, make it like a pontoon, effectively.
Yeah.
Check this out. I'm one-upping him right now by showing
That's impressive,
the world's heaviest pumpkin, which was also just verified. Look at how big that fucking thing is. And it's flat, too, so you could definitely fit multiple dudes in there.
Is that the world's biggest pumpkin, or is that Bebe Rexha's ass?
Yeah. It was.
Look at that guy going nuts. 2749.
Why is the world's biggest pumpkin attached to Bebe Rexha?
Yeah.
Why is Bebe Rexha dragging it around?
Yeah. Oh, look, Bebe's about to start a performance.
Damn.
Oh, that's all right. She was booked at the same fair.
Yeah. You just get a scale under her rump.
So Steve, I mean,
we're gonna need a couple more guys here. Lift this thing up, hoist this thing up.
That's a big pumpkin, 2,700 pounds.
Lifting that thing's like trying to get water off the top of a tent with a broom. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do know what you mean.
Need a couple guys.
You need a few more guys. We're gonna need more guys.
They'll just fall back down right on you.
Yeah. All right. So I got another one for you. Another surprising bill. If you thought the $1.4 million speeding ticket was bad for that Connor character in Savannah, Georgia, get a load of what one woman did to a man on their first date. So this is a super viral TikTok. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. Maybe your significant others have told you about it. But Aquan B on TikTok posted a now viral video of like 6 million views of her going out on a date with some poor schmuck that she said has been asking her out for weeks and she wasn't given the time of day to, but finally he texted her on Oyster night at her favorite oyster bar in Atlanta, Georgia, Fontaine's Oyster House, to go get some drinks. And she said, fuck it. This loser can buy me some oysters and some drinks. And that's what she literally says in the video. So
She was horned up.
yeah,
Damn.
she was. Yeah. So she insults him in the video, and she says that the Fontaine's Oyster Bars has the best fucking oysters in the land. So she was like,
Okay.
I'll let him buy me some oysters. Like Pat said, she probably wanted to get horned up too because she's going to need to eat a lot of oysters because this guy's kind of a loser in her opinion.
All right.
So she goes and she's like, this guy's going to buy me drinks and food. So what happens is she ends
Tell
up
you what,
ordering.
bad attitude she's going in with.
Very.
If she wants the night to end in sex.
Very well. She then went ahead and ordered 48 oysters or 412 racks of oysters.
That's so expensive, dude.
Do we have a
What's
picture
it-
of this girl?
Well,
How
a
big is
12
she?
rack of
Yeah.
oysters is like $22 probably.
Eric, if you want to get her some of the pictures up,
You got to be a big girl to order 48 oysters.
I didn't want to play the TikTok because she's allowed to, I guess, use the word, but she uses a word that's not safe for work about 8 times. She calls him punk ass, like N-word, like
Soft.
eight-
The
soft
A,
and
though,
soft.
right?
But I didn't want to play it because of how many times she says it, and if people are listening at work and
Is
stuff
she
like
a
that.
big girl? Just answer my question.
She looks pretty big. I will tell you this: half of the video is her slurping down 7 oysters and disgusting slurping noises. She just does.
She's
isn't
got
t-
a ton of
she's-
them. She's got to be
She's
working
just
on them.
slurping them down, and it's like making the most disgusting noises for half of the video.
You
not
got to
speaking.
have quite an appetite to eat 48 raw oysters.
Well, she doesn't. She wasn't done well. She then ordered some fucking potatoes, as she said in the video. Here's some fucking taters that I ordered, and then she ordered some other. She ordered some other food, and she ordered like 6 martinis. And at one point, the punk ass, whatever she was calling him the whole time, gets up to leave because she's racked up like a $250 bill on a happy hour date, and he goes, "I'm going to the bathroom," and he just never returns.
Right. Good call.
yeah.
Good call. Leave her with her 48 oysters and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, he wanted to go take her out for drinks, as he said in the text message when she was trying to own him on TikTok. And she says, "Running out on a tab is crazy." That's a picture of her, by the way. So she's thick, but I think she's And then he goes, "I offered to take you out on. I offered to take you out for drinks, and you ordered all that food. I can cash out the total for the drinks." He said.
So she was running up the tab on purpose, you
Yeah.
think? Like
Yeah,
100?
because
Okay.
Yeah, she even admits that. She goes, like, I'll let him buy me all these oysters. She says in the video.
Well, good for him for realizing that and then putting his foot down, bro. Like, I mean, I would say 99% of the time, someone that does this, the man who left, is a psychopath because, yeah, for the most part,
Somebody
you pay.
orders 48
unless
oysters
you can,
on the date, feel free to get up and fucking leave.
unless
if it's a man or a woman,
if you
just
know
go
she's
ahead.
using you,
Oh,
otherwise you
she's
kind
thick.
of got to.
She's thick. She's not super huge, but she's thick. She can take down some oysters.
She's at the point where 48 oysters is obviously like a fuck you.
And that's
I
the
mean,
other thing. The other thing
not
about
to
it is
finish off 48.
if she's gonna have 48 oysters and not like be horned up, that's another red flag. Like
She didn't finish all 48 oysters.
I mean, it also like talking about
She did.
close-up pictures of shrimp.
She ate all
48
48.
oysters is gross.
she did.
She ate all 48 oysters plus all.
He
that.
might have had a handful, but
She finished all of it.
She finished all of them. Then ate some
You
potatoes.
need a mint after 48 oysters. I'll tell you
That's
that much.
disgusting.
Yeah,
I mean, you're gonna get some sort of poisoning.
but
Yeah,
what
mercury poisoning.
a layup
it's
what a
that's
layup
lot
that
of
would be. Think about that. If you stumbled upon her, because she's attractive, she's thick. If you stumbled upon a girl who just got walked out on a date and she's 48 oysters deep, talk about a layup.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, that's true, man. You're taking right over, dude.
Yeah.
So it's like a hot slot machine. You know,
Yeah.
someone's been
Yeah.
been cranking it all night and hadn't hit.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna sit down on this machine. So a lot of the people online on her own videos were like, "You're in the wrong, ma'am. You ate 48 oysters." Someone's like, "You ate your weight in oysters. What did you expect?"
Dude, there's so many oysters.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's got to get you sick. I'm sure there's like, I feel like oysters is a situation that's like, you can eat them, but there's a recommended amount to where it's not deadly.
Well, especially if you're drinking a bunch of like liquor, like you could like if you throw up, you're gonna be throwing up a lot, like just a lot. Yeah.
Gross. Fucking gross.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was another guy who got caught with an unexpected bill, and well, that's where it says her clam must stink.
But it,
Probably. Anyways,
it's the only explanation.
yeah. So that's it. They were also dragging her for leaving a $11 tip on like cash tip on like a very expensive bill, but she clarified in a second video showing that she also tipped $15 on her card and to shut the fuck up. She's very aggressive.
Oh, so she tipped 10%. Okay, so the people
Around that.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And the guy did, I think, cash app her for a couple drinks, but they probably won't be going out again.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
He just labels her oyster bitch in his phone.
And now everyone knows who she is because it's like the most viral video of the week. So, you know.
I mean, she's gonna land some guy who loves oysters a weird amount.
I mean, she's hot. I mean, some guy's going to be like, I can pay
She's
$250 for oysters. And then, you know, I like to get bossed around. Some rich guy that likes to get bossed around is going to
Yeah. So what's your price exactly?
He honest sounds
in
like
oysters?
a total nightmare.
Yeah.
Well, look, before I put out,
She's
I'm
a
gonna need
little
you
bit
to take
aggressive,
me
yeah.
to the seafood place and order a bushel of oysters. I got to down that before I put out.
Some guy wants to watch her eat the oysters. He's like, he orders her 60. You can do 60.
You could do it, girl.
You could do-
Yeah, she needs to just become a fixture at the bar.
Oh, some guy's going to get her.
Oh, is
Yeah,
there a
likes
record
to-
here? I didn't even know there was a prize
Yeah.
for a record.
He's snapping.
guess-
Every time
I guess
he
we
snaps.
I guess we get a T-shirt or something. Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, he's got a whole drawer of oyster t-shirts from winning, watching his dates win. But yeah, that's that.
Love a girl that can slurp down 48 oysters in a row.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about some hijinks on an airplane. And
Okay.
since I was flying over the International Weekend of Jihad, you know, I wondered what would happen now, you know, if some jihadi was on there messing around. And I'll tell you one thing, the terrorists are not going to try it on a Spirit Airlines flight. That's what I realized when I was flying over the weekend of Jihad. You're safe on there. You might get puked on. You might see an actual fight over nothing occur between two passengers. But it's pretty much what Jason Aldean was talking about in that small town song.
Yeah.
If Jihad tried to break out on a Spirit Airlines flight.
Spirit's the only airlines that terrorists are afraid of. They're like, whoa, this is
Absolutely.
unsafe. This
Dude,
is
they
unsafe.
can't- if they try, I was thinking about it the whole
Yeah.
time. Like, what if
I'm not
these
paying for
jihadis do?
water.
Yeah.
And I was just looking around the plane at everybody else flying. And they all looked a lot like me, but crazier. And I was just like, no
Yeah.
way. It's not happening on this flight.
Excuse me, my bomb fits under the seat. I will not be paying for overhead. Yeah.
What was the cost on that? Did you?
Oh,
would
it
you-
was like a seventh of the price of every other airline. It was like
Yeah.
$100 to go across country from.
I will say, and I
Reno
think
to
it's
New
the
Orleans.
cat's out of the bag. There was a sweet spot where the Spirit big seats were the best value on any flight because the Spirit big seats are instead of 3, 2, so it's a half of a seat bigger and infinite leg room, and they were like $50 more per leg on Spirit prices, so you could get them
Right.
like that
You
was
still
the
can
best.
get them. You can still
No,
get them
they're
$50
expensive
more.
now. They're
No,
expensive
just
now.
at you have to wait at the gate. If they're still available at the gate, they'll offer them for
Okay.
50 still.
Okay.
Word to the wise. Just happened to be yesterday. Didn't take it
So
short flight.
$50 extra you got to pay to get the good seat.
Right. Well, no,
First
that's
class
at the
basically.
gate.
Basically
Now
first class.
it's like $200 online extra,
Right.
which is not worth it. But
And it's-
it
yeah,
used to
first-
be, and I guess if they're open, it's cheap.
If they're open at flight time, $50 at the gate. It's basically first class for Spirit. Very
Yep.
cheap compared to other airlines. Okay. And so, but anyways, terrorists, if you want to stay safe, fly Spirit. But I was also thinking about how scary it would be if that was to happen. You know, some people going nuts on the plane claiming there's a bomb. And that's what an entire plane from Panama must have been thinking on a Copa Airlines flight that was supposed to make it to Tampa early in the day last Friday. But it
Never
did
made
not.
it, huh?
Did not. Everything on the plane was just fine. They took off in the morning from Panama City in Panama, not Florida, on their way to Tampa until a bomb was reported as being left on board shortly after takeoff. The flight crew then notified Panama City's Tocumet International Airport, who then had the plane land back on the runway in Panama City around 11 a.m. and proceed to an isolated spot on the tarmac. They needed him to get away from everybody because there could be a bomb on the plane, right? Oh. Next, all 144 passengers were deplaned as the Panama Civil Aeronautics Security Team swept the plane for a bomb, and they found it. But the bomb they found was a discarded adult diaper inside the airplane lavatories.
Okay, so this is someone hearing someone say the wrong thing, because there's no way a discarded adult diaper.
Someone left a bomb.
Visually mistaken for a bomb.
No, it's someone dropped a bomb.
It stank so bad and was so full and was so big as an adult diaper that it had been reported as a literal bomb to the crew by one of the passengers. So then one of the crew went in the lavatory, took a look, and probably just smelled and slammed the door shut, and reported it could have been a bomb of some sort, because maybe they thought fertilizer.
It's a dirty bomb.
Right.
Oh, there's a bomb in there. I'll tell you what.
Left a dirty bomb.
So fucking diapers so bad they thought it was a bomb.
Man, this could be biological warfare.
Yeah. They jump out of the plane with the parachute. Turn this plane around. Yeah.
Jose Castro, the head of the airport security team, he said this. He said, "We had it on a secure runway where police, special explosive canine units, and special forces examined the object and found it to be an adult diaper, ruling out any risk."
It drove one of the dogs insane. He has not recovered.
Dude, this is
totally disgusting.
Is this more embarrassing than the diarrhea plane? Like if you're the proprietor of the diaper?
Whoever did it is on the plane still.
It's a direct result of, Pat. Mm-hmm. So like they didn't want to be that person, and they crapped their pants, and they had to discard the diaper.
Well, they were gonna crap their. I mean, they rock an adult diaper. Crapping their pants is something they do pretty regularly, I think.
Of course, but they didn't want it to get in the plane at all because of the person.
Or they just had no choice. If you shit your pants, you gotta get that adult diaper off you.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, I mean, yeah, you do. And this person was sitting in the crowd of 144 deplaned passengers trying to.
Ew, who did that?
Yes.
Do it.
The oldest guy.
Gross.
The oldest guy that was just like.
But somebody did it early in the flight, so not many people had like gone to the lavatory, so people probably knew who did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways,
the old person that went to the bathroom for 40 minutes.
Right. They probably knew, so it was probably very awkward. Yeah. Very awkward. The Boeing 737-800, that's awkward too. Then presumably had to replane with everyone, probably knowing who it was that discarded their used Depends in there before the flight. It was probably like a pre-flight lavatory trip.
They're like, I'm going to use the bathroom at the airport for the first time.
Right. How do you not drop that in the fucking airport bathroom? Right. Mark, your point is well taken there, because if you need to drop a load, literally like this person, you got to do it in the airport bathroom before you get into the fucking plane.
That's true. I mean, there's no way that this person saw no signs of this happening. You know, I mean, there's no way this was a total surprise for the person. He thought there was, before my 2-year-old left for school today, we said, "All right, bud, let's hit the potty again." And he'd just gone to the potty. I mean, because it's like you never know. Before you go to bed, you take a piss.
When we did the story about it turned out to be a lady, I think, that diarrheaed all over the plane, and it went viral. And ours went viral too as a lady. There were a lot of commenters being like, "You guys are so mean. Have you ever heard of IBS?" And she was sick, and like there's so many people defending her. And to those people, I would like to say, if we can't make fun of someone for diarrheaing on a plane, what can we laugh at?
That's a great point.
What
Mark.
can we laugh at?
It was the story of the year.
Yeah. If we can't laugh at someone for shitting on a plane, what can we laugh at?
Exactly. Like if you can't say to yourself the dynamics of watching somebody discard their Depends in a lavatory and then have multiple people report it as an actual bomb.
Yeah.
And then have to go sit on the flight with that person where everybody knows who did it isn't a little awkward. Then you're just, give me a break. You're not living in reality.
That's you're not laughing enough,
funny,
sir, ma'am, sir.
Yeah. Exactly. And look, I wish that the person who diarrheaed on the plane had remained mysterious. I mean, that's how it remains the funniest. And it sucks that it didn't.
There's no way it did.
But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
There's no way it could in
Nothing.
either case. It almost leads people to get a little upset. Kind of like when I got sat next to a dude wider than me in the middle seat, and then a guy in front of me so short that his legs were swinging under his seat and kicking back into my feet under his seat on the way to New Orleans. So that was
I had one of those this weekend. Well, the guy next to me, there's nothing. This is a new low. When a guy is first of all wearing a sweater vest, a zippable like a vest, which I think is just one of the worst fashion faux pas possible.
But you got to wear your jacket on the plane because you guys have space in your bags. So
yeah, but rock one with sleeves. But his what was in his vest was hanging over the armrest on me.
I hate that.
And I had to be like, bro, whatever's in your pocket is touching me. Get it away. And he's like, and then he fucking ripped a fart in the middle of the flight.
Ooh, worse.
And he had his goddamn eye mask on, so he could just rip his farts in fucking.
I hear all that
with impunity.
We need to start thinking about another fatathon. I know it's holidays, so maybe just like right after the holidays, early 2024, because I'm getting to the point where I don't want to get on a plane. I'm like hoping no one gets sick.
Right. Well, Mark, you'll never be to this guy's point.
That's how I judge my weight. Is like
Mark, you'll never be to this guy's point. At least you won't be
summer.
this guy. You
He's
won't be the guy
calling
who
and checking in on people, making sure they're going to
Is
the
everyone
doctor.
healthy?
Let's do a fatathon soon, so that we can get more comfortable on
I don't
planes.
want to get on a plane right
Well, here
now.
you go, Mark. No, just take solace in this fact. You'll never be the guy that's so big and you choose a middle seat on purpose for some reason. And then you get into the seat first and you put both middle armrests up so that nobody can put them down because you're that large that you don't want to have the rests down. Otherwise that would ruin your entire trip. So
I don't want to.
You won't get there.
I don't want to do that. That's what I'm saying.
No, you won't.
Right before the summer, I was doing pretty good. I was like, I want to be on a plane, and now, but the weather's better. Okay, let's.
I wish someone would die.
Yeah.
Anyways, these are some plane scenarios can lead nearly to some boiling points, but I've also got some funny boiling points from Lightfoot's X and Cell 55 that are political, and we'll have to get those tomorrow because this is the end of the show today. Thank you for listening so much. We love each and every one of you. Thank you for supporting the pod. Go to patreon.com/hardfactor if you want more content. 2 weekly bonus podcasts, The Hive Hour and Florida Man Friday. Go to store.hardfactor.com if you want to rep merch from the pod and support us out in the wild. Also, don't forget, we got the merchathon coming up next week. That's Wednesday night. Okay, Wednesday night for Thursday's podcast. That's where the recordings of us doing stupid shit, little stunts and whatnot, you can make us do by purchasing merch and signing up for Patreon.
I think there might be some limited time offers on some special merch too.
Very limited time offers, as in just that night. So if you don't want to miss those, join us that night. Make sure you're following everywhere at Hard Factor News to keep up. Make sure you got the latest. But most importantly, get out there and have yourselves a great fucking day.